And what if what you've always been searching for is already inside you, hidden between the folds of your soul? Perhaps you've never spoken it aloud, not even to yourself. Yet, something vibrates deep within when night falls, when the sea whispers from afar, when the stars seem to ignite an unspoken desire, an originless call, an unexplainable presence. If this feeling of not belonging to the world as it is isn't a mistake, but a hint, then Helena Blavatsky, the woman who dared reveal forbidden knowledge, believed that the story of humanity doesn't begin with archaeological evidence, but with the memories of the soul. For her, the ancients haven't disappeared. They are still alive, pulsating on the most subtle levels of consciousness. Their voices echo in dreams, truths resurface in silence, and memories buried in the past emerge in hearts ready to remember. Among all lost civilizations, there is one that wasn't made of stone or empires, but of pure vibration. Lemuria? A name that, when heard for the first time, seems to awaken something ancestral, something coming not from the mind, but from the body and spirit. But what was Lemuria really? And why, even without having read about it, do so many feel an unexplainable connection? Blavatsky spoke of Lemuria as an ancient continent submerged in the waters of the Pacific Ocean. Lemuria is a continent that, according to some esoteric and pseudoscientific theories, existed in antiquity, located in the Indian or Pacific Ocean. The name Lemuria was coined in the 19th century by the British zoologist Philip Sclater, who used it to explain the presence of lemur fossils in Africa, India, and Madagascar, suggesting an ancient landmass that connected these regions. Later, the concept was adopted by esoteric theorists and writers like Helena Blavatsky, who envisioned Lemuria as a continent inhabited by ancient, spiritually advanced civilizations. According to these theories, Lemuria would have been a vast continent with very ancient, highly developed civilizations, possessing superior spiritual and technological knowledge. Its disappearance was believed to have been caused by natural catastrophes, earthquakes or tsunamis that slowly sank it into the ocean's depths. The inhabitants of Lemuria are often described as spiritually evolved beings, endowed with telepathic powers and profound knowledge of universal laws. Some narratives link them to the origins of many ancient civilizations like Atlantis, or associate them with extraterrestrial races or humans with extrasensory abilities. However, more than a physical territory, Lemuria represented a collective consciousness, a vibrational state in which human beings lived in deep communion with the earth, the elements, and the cosmos. Communication was not through words, but through the soul, via intuition, telepathy, and energetic resonance. The language was vibration, intention was medicine, and harmony with nature was its architecture. Have you ever wondered why certain songs, even without understanding the lyrics, bring you to tears? Or why certain places, scents, or sounds awaken emotions that seem to belong to another life? Perhaps they are traces of something your soul remembers, fragments of a Lemurian past. Theosophically, Lemurians did not have a physical body as we understand today. Their bodies were subtle, almost translucent, living in harmony with natural rhythms, guided by inner wisdom, the voice of the soul, as we might call it now. Helena Blavatsky claimed that this consciousness still lives within us, dormant beneath layers of logic, haste, and fear. And those who perceive the strangeness of the modern world, who doubt the meaning of life, who are moved without reason, might be listening to the awakening of Lemuria. But why have we forgotten? How was it possible to lose such a sacred connection? Blavatsky believed that humanity goes through cycles of rise and fall. Each civilization represents a stage of collective consciousness. Lemuria was the age of the heart, of empathy, and of direct spiritual connection, without organized religions, living sacredly in everyday life, breathing as prayer, reverently touching the earth, looking into another's eyes as if recalling oneself. Over time, however, Earth's vibration changed. Density increased, matter solidified heavily, and consciousness fragmented. Spiritual senses were overwhelmed by physical ones, the ego took over, and the sense of separation rooted itself. Lemuria did not necessarily fall due to a single catastrophic event, but often by choice. Those who felt the earth no longer supported them vibrationally left, and those who remained gradually forgot or disconnected. Yet this memory never truly dies. Lemuria still lives in the heart of special places like Hawaii, Mount Shasta, Easter Island, the Himalayas. They are portals between the visible and invisible, points of vibrational resonance where the veil thins. But the greatest of these portals is within us. Lemuria is not buried under the sea. It sleeps beneath the skin, between emotions and silences, yet unheard. It manifests in vivid dreams, in inexplicable goosebumps, in encounters that seem to have taken eons to realize, in the child who speaks with their eyes, in the adult who feels out of place in this world. Lemuria is returning, but not as a civilization to be rebuilt. It is reborn as a memory to be reactivated. Have you ever felt that certain places in the world seem more alive than others? Spaces where the air feels lighter, where thoughts settle effortlessly and time appears to slow down? They could be traces of a Lemurian past, energetic portals connected to the vibration of those locations. Helena Blavatsky taught that the planet hosts regions that are spiritually alive, where ancient civilizations have left deep, still perceivable, energetic imprints. It's not just about geography, but about frequency. An invisible network of these frequencies extends beneath the surface, through mountains, caves, and oceans. Places like Hawaii, Mount Shasta, Easter Island, the Andes, and the Himalayas are portals connecting our world with subtler dimensions. And the greatest of these portals is within us, in our hearts, in our breath, in our dreams. Lemuria is not only a distant past, it lives in our profound sense of connection, in our respect for nature, and in recognizing the sacred in everything. The Lemurians knew no separation between interior and exterior. The body was a temple, the earth an altar, emotions sacred tools. Wisdom arose from listening, and intuition was more reliable than logic. Pain was not punishment, but a portal of transformation. Today, however, many of these connections are lost. We live in a world that despises sensitivity, confuses tears with weakness, love with vulnerability. But this condition can change. True rebirth begins from within. When you listen to your body, slow down, and choose to live consciously. Walking barefoot on the grass, gazing at the starry sky, listening to the waves without judgment. These are actions that reactivate the Lemurian memory. Our energy realigns with the original one, and the world responds. It's not about changing everything instantly, but rebuilding step by step through simple yet profound gestures. Creating sacred spaces in daily life, cultivating authentic relationships, sharing your gifts, and listening to your heart. Lemuria is not a place to reach, but a vibration to awaken. It's in how we relate to nature, to others, and to ourselves. The memory of Lemuria resides in every cell, in every emotion, in every conscious breath. And now this memory awakens, ready to transform the world, starting from each of us. The true challenge is not only to remember, but to live in harmony with this deep truth. Lemuria is not a lost past. It is an eternal presence, a wave of consciousness renewing itself in every heart that chooses to listen. And are you ready to be guided by this vibration? Because awakening is not only a memory, but an act of courage. The courage to live with the heart, to listen to the invisible, to rediscover your inner light. The next step in this journey will lead us to discover the living portals of the earth, the points of vibrational resonance, and how you can activate this ancestral wisdom within yourself and the world. Remember, Lemuria is not only a memory, it is a pulsating presence waiting to be awakened through you. If this message has resonated with you, made you feel emotional, or sensed that there is more to discover, share it with those you love. Let me know in the comments and leave a like. Thank you for being here with me. Infinite Return.